Hi, this is attorney Shireen Middleton, and I wanted to take a few moments to walk you through our client portal. You'll receive an invitation from Middleton Legal to your inbox. And again, this is just to make the bankruptcy filing process easier for you. It's a place for you to enter all of the information about your financial situation, such as your income, your expenses, your creditors, etc. So you want to start with the client profile where you put in your name, date of birth, the last four of your social, the marital status, if you're single, married, divorced, separated, or widowed, as well as the number of people in your household. You can save the profile or simply select the next arrow. In this case, it's contact information. You want to make sure that you're putting in your cell phone to receive text messages, as well as your email, as the majority of our correspondence will be through email. If you own real estate, you want to enter that where it says real property. And again, you want to make sure that we have the correct phone number and email address on file for you. If you own real estate, you would put in the address as well as the type of property that it is. If it's a single family or a condo. If there's a mortgage attached to the property, please enter the name of the loan servicer, the balance of the mortgage, if it includes taxes and insurance, and what the monthly mortgage payment is. If you have a second line of credit or a home equity line of credit, you want to go ahead and put that in as well. If you don't own real estate, you can simply skip this part altogether and go straight to vehicles. You want to make sure that you have the year, make, and model of the vehicle, as well as the approximate mileage. Most cars are either going to be in good or fair condition. And if you have a car note attached to the car, you want to make sure to put in the name of the creditor, their address, the balance on the note, as well as your monthly payment amount. If you lease a vehicle, you would put it under the leased vehicles tab. And again, we're going to need the year, make, and model of the vehicle, as well as who you make your payments to. Personal items include items such as electronics, household goods, collectibles of value like a stamp collection or a coin collection, or maybe even antiques, jewelry, clothing, pets, sports and hobby equipment, firearms, or anything of that sort. When you are putting in the value for these items, you want to take into consideration what we consider yard sale value. So when you're putting in the value of your laptop, for example, you want to put in the amount that you would receive or the amount that you would pay for it if you were doing it at a yard sale or a garage sale. For the checking accounts, or if you have more than one account, checking, savings, if you have a security deposit from a rental agreement, you want to include that information there. We're going to need the name of your bank as well as your balance on hand. If you're self-employed or if you have any interest in businesses, you would include that here. If you have any retirement accounts, such as an IRA, 401k, you would enter that here. If you have any life insurance, you would also enter that here. And we would simply need the description. For example, retirement plan, and then the current balance. Just to remind you that the balance in your retirement plan is protected under the bankruptcy law. Very rarely we have farming equipment, supplies, animals, or other farm property. You can add that there. And here is where you want to enter all of your creditors, especially the ones that do not appear on your credit report. So again, we're going to need at the very minimum the name of the creditor, the address for noticing purposes, as well as the balance owed. If you have the last four of the account number, please enter that. And if you have a type of debt that is not included in this drop-down menu, please specify the type of debt that it is. The majority of what we get are collection agency, medical services, or deficiency balances from, say, for example, a car that was repossessed and now you owe on the balance. So for your income, we want to make sure that we have 6 months of income included. If you get paid, we need to know how frequent you get paid, as well as your gross yearly income for the last 3 years. We're also going to need to know your monthly expenses. So how much do you pay each month for your mortgage or your rent, your homeowner's insurance or your renter's insurance? Do you have to pay condo or homeowners association fees? Do you have a second mortgage? Are you paying property taxes? And even if you're staying with friends or family, if you're making contributions to the rent or their utilities, you would also include that information here. If you have any subscriptions like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, or anything of that sort, you want to put that there, as well as anything like a gym membership or any monthly installments that you're getting withdrawn from your account. You want to include that there. So for your groceries, haircuts, clothing, personal care products, cleaning and recreation, that's going to be for your entire household. And for the medical expenses, this is going to be what you're paying out of pocket or what's not included if you get coverage through your job or if you have health insurance. For taxes and insurance, if you are on a payment plan with the IRS or Maryland, you would put that here. And specify if it's the federal or the state. And then for vehicles, again, you want to put in your monthly car insurance, monthly gas expense, oil changes, and other transportation expenses. So if you are paying for tolls or parking, you want to include that there. If you owe child support or alimony, you want to include it on this last page. And then as far as the documents that you can upload, we would recommend at the very minimum 6 months of pay stubs, 2 years of your last tax returns, any hard copies of your mortgage statement, a copy of your driver's license and social security card, your bank statements for the last 3 months, a copy of your credit report. After you've uploaded these documents and filled out the questionnaire, you can submit that to the attorney and we'll be able to review it. If there's any documents outstanding or any information that's missing, we'll have the opportunity to send it back to you for review and completion. Thank you so much, and we look forward to helping you get a fresh start.